I've been sitting here staring at the camera and the screen, and I'm like, I feel like my head is too close to the top. I'm gonna have to adjust that in a sec. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you stopping by. My wife's in the kitchen making lemon cookies, hence I decided to wear yellow. There has no relation to what we're doing today, which is going to be Led Zeppelin going to California. That was a long intro with a lot of nothing. This is off of their fourth album, released 1971. You may be asking yourself, JP, why are you doing this track? What led you to this particular road? Well, what led me here, Led Zeppelin led me here, is because, in case you missed it, I had a little conversation to hang out with Nick and Lex, and for some reason, if you haven't watched them, or if you haven't watched that video, like, go do that. I'll link it down below, and I'll link their channel down below. But I asked both of them for a song, a track that I could react to, something that they love, like one of their favorite tracks. So Lex gave me going to California. So that is what we're gonna do today. So thank you, Lex. So yeah, I haven't heard it. We're gonna hear it now. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Lovely banjo playing.
Made up my mind to make a new start. Going to California with the one that had tomorrow could ever follow today. It seems that the wrong of the dawn's got a punch on the nose and it started to flow.
Love that change there. Going to California is a folk song of quiet reflections. I love the interplay of banjo and guitar in here, especially that chord change that happens. The song starts off with a certain pace, a certain kind of momentum and a feel, and you get settled into that. But then that chord change comes in and it kind of opens up the landscape. Because when I'm listening to this, I imagine, this is just my headcanon, I'm imagining just someone sitting on their front porch. They have a big open front porch, a lot of land before them. Perhaps they're in the Appalachian Mountains, and they're sitting there in their rocking chair and just playing. Maybe their partner's next to them playing the other instrument, and they're just reflecting. It's a song of quiet reflections and hopeful thoughts and dreams of what may come. Isn't it Robin Williams? Oh, that's a great movie. Like, I'm getting a lot of feeling from that. And I think that's so cool how when Plant is singing in here, he's bringing a certain subtlety. There's a soft comfort in his voice, which is lovely. Plant has a huge range, and I love how he brings it down in this one. But even with that, there's still those plantisms. Let's just use that, the plantisms. About three quarters of the way through, when he allows his higher, not hard rock, but that higher pitch, that higher range to come through, I love it because it's not coming through in what we would expect from Led Zeppelin in that powerful, hard rock, bluesy way. He brings the voice and that pitch, but he still holds the control. He still has that emotional restraint, not to let the horse out the gate, but perhaps put a little bit of a bridle on it and take a slow gallop out into the races. Like, I think that is really, really beautiful, the way that all of them play together. Obviously, I'm assuming Paige is going to begin playing guitar. I would assume overdub playing banjo as well. But when I look at the Wikipedia article, I see that I'm completely wrong because it's John Paul Jones playing mandolin. There is no banjo in here. That's just me. Let's look at the lyrics. Those spent my days with a woman unkind, smoked my stuff and drank all my wine, made up my mind to make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. So obviously looking to move on to something new. Now, whether that's literal, yes, a girl, sure, but it could just be opportunity, a land of opportunity, a destination, a new opportunity. I couldn't think of a synonym for opportunity. Took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you they're all the same. Oh, the sea was red and the sky was gray. Wondered how tomorrow could ever follow today. That's a good line. It seems so hopeless, like how can there be a tomorrow when I can't even get through today? The mountains and the canyons start to tremble and shake. The children of the sun begin to awake. Watch out. Seems that the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it started to flow. I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. I'll meet you up there where the path runs straight and high. Like, if he, like, asking for any sort of help, any sort of savior, any saving, like, throw me a line, And if I manage to grab it in time, then maybe I'll meet you up there, wherever that is. To find a queen without a king, they say she plays guitar and cries and sings. Ride a white mare in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman who's never, never, never been born. Like his dream person still hasn't even been born yet, which is an interesting line. Standing on a hill in my mountain of dreams. I know what he means though. Telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. Like, I like that. Standing on a hill in my mountain of dreams. Telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. I love that line. Imagine like his dreams, his goals are a mountain range. And while he's not quite at the top of that mountain, he's on a hill. He's achieved a lot. But he's still not quite where he wants to be. And he has to admit and realize this within himself that he has achieved a lot. He does stand on the hill of dreams where many look from the bottom hoping to be in the same position he is. And he has to tell himself it's not as hard as it seems. Like, have some pride, some fulfillment in yourself, and don't feel so let down that you haven't quite achieved where you want to be yet. And I think that's incredibly relatable, that particular 2 lines there. It says here that Rolling Stone ranked this track number 11 on their list of 40 greatest Led Zeppelin compositions. It says the song started out as a song about Californian earthquakes, and when Jimmy Page, audio engineer Andy Johns, and Peter Grant traveled to LA to mix this album, they coincidentally experienced a minor earthquake. At this point, it was known as Guide to California. It says here that possibly Joni Mitchell also inspired the song. Nick DeRiso, a music writer, says, Plant makes a clear reference to I Had a King, the opening song from Mitchell's debut album, which I haven't heard, to find a queen without a king. He quietly offers in the final verse. They say she plays guitar, cries, and sings. In an interview, Plant admitted that it might be a bit embarrassing at times lyrically, but it did sum up a period of my life when I was 22. Nothing embarrassing about the way he performed because it was sublime, to put it to the least. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Hope you guys enjoyed the track. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Follow me in a bunch of places that are here on the screen doing some movement. I don't know. I always choose a random animation. Obviously, check out Nick and Lex if for some reason you haven't. Check out the conversation. And that's the video, guys. Bye. such a poor closing. Bye. Bye.